Apparently, a hibernating queen bumblebee can survive underwater for up to a week.
Something else you can do if you want to play with curves, and if you have an idea but you're not entirely.
And here's a hot tip. If you moved into a place and you are re-landscaping, don't do what Brad did and say...
Customer who did this years ago, if you're ever looking for an idea to fill a corner...
Essentially, hundreds of volunteers will gather and they plant miles of blooms along the city's main boulevards.
Totally put in some of those new sedums we got from Ecologic.
Ooh. If you ever ask Colin to take a picture of you, there's going to be 10 pictures of himself. And then maybe like 3 of you.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our garden nook.
Okay, so where are we at on Springo?
Oh, I would have killed it.
Really? You would have already said Springo!
Oh.
Okay.
You know what, though? Good question. I don't know if I have a whole line. Quick checklist.
I'm going to take this off the wall.
Okay. Robin, yes. Street sweeper, yes. Prairie crocus, yes. Ladybug, yes. Gopher, yes. Bam. Springo.
Springo.
Thunderstorm. I saw a warning for one.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Did you take a picture of the warning?
I did. I screenshotted it.
Let's count it.
Apple blossom. I've definitely seen flowering plums. I don't think I've seen. Actually, I have in our tree lot when the apples came in.
Oh, okay. Pushed. Cheat code,
but I got it. No hot air balloon. Trip to Golden Acre.
Yeah.
Butterfly. We saw a butterfly.
Yeah, we did see a butterfly together.
Seen a golfer, dandelion, lawnmower. It was my own, but I've definitely... Actually, no, my neighbor also cut the grass.
There you go.
My neighbor cut the grass. Planted a seed, done lilac blooms, seen them. They were about that big, but They are guaranteed. Haven't seen a baby goose. Community cleanup. Nope, haven't seen that. Patio drinks, yes. Pothole, yes. Snapped a garden photo, yes.
Yes.
Honeybee. I haven't seen a honeybee yet.
I did see a honeybee.
Did you?
I did.
I've seen a few bees, not a honeybee, and spring bulbs. Killed it.
Hey, so you would have said Springo quite a while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like instead of going Springo, we should be like fill the card.
Yeah.
Or else you haven't springed enough.
There's got to be a way that we can like make it kind of like a downloadable thing, and you can replace your picture with your own photograph.
Oh, what a great idea.
Like make it a PDF, so when I drop in my picture of a robin, it replaces that one.
Oh, I like that.
And then we can fill out the cards.
And then you could like we could have everybody like add yours, and then we can just like see all the pictures of a honeybee.
And see, because
man, does it seem too late?
I mean, I would kill it, but I don't know what. Look at the diversity there. You said you heard thunder the other day. Nothing, still as could be.
Yeah, didn't get a picture of it.
I haven't seen a honeybee. You have.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, we could have teamed up.
Yeah. Oh, if we teamed up, have you seen a hot air balloon?
No, I'm not doing that job anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not waking up enough to go. I live in the South where the hot air balloons go, but...
And when you're waking up early, it's not to go outside and look for hot air balloons. It's to feed the little man.
No, speaking of bees, though, did you hear...
Did I hear the buzz?
You know what? I'm sure somebody listening would have been like, what a missed opportunity. And then you would have come in and saved the day. Have you heard the buzz on bumblebees? That apparently a hibernating queen bumblebee can survive underwater for up to a week?
You know what? I didn't read the article. I saw the headline and I forgot totally about it. I wanted to... Do you ever do that where you see a headline and you're like, oh, I have to read about that later? And then... Yeah. I didn't read anything about it.
Isn't that cool? They just figured it out this year, actually. Yeah. They do it not by holding their breath, but they use a combination of low metabolism and taking in oxygen directly from the water. It's like fish.
Cool. Who decided to try and drown a bumblebee?
No, I think, I don't know. Sorry. I literally, like the gears are turning in my brain as
putting
you're saying
little concrete shoes
like,
on the bumblebee.
How did they test this in 2026? You're right. You're totally right. Apparently, it helps them to survive flooded hibernation burrows. So when they make their nests, right, and it floods.
Yeah, spring runoff.
Exactly. How cool is that?
They are badass creatures.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it was University of Guelph found that over 90% of hibernating queens, eastern bumblebees, survived by being fully submerged for up to 7 days. Just incredible.
Just makes me sad for the one that did 7 days and 1 hour. They were like, 7 days is the max.
Like, do they not have anxiety? I guess it's just nature. So they're just They're like, this is how it.
Well, I mean, in order
has
to
to
test
be.
it, though, they would have to be drowning them.
Oh, let's not go there.
Okay.
That's really sad. Actually, there was a bee, and I was wondering if you'd ever heard of this. There was a bumblebee in my perennial garden. Oh, I'm so mad at Brad right now. This is about to get spicy. Wow, what a spicy week. Anyway, so I found this bumblebee, and it was like nose deep in one of my irises.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
And it was breathing. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. But also like, I'm a little concerned. So I went inside. I was like, Brad, we need to save a bumblebee. We need to save a bumblebee. So he comes outside. He was in the middle of a conversation and I pulled him away from this thing. I was like, wait, look, it's in the perennial garden. We have to save it. And he's just like, no, it's probably just hot. And then it died. And it's still in there. And I'm really sad. And I want to have a funeral for it. Like I've become attached to this bee.
Yep.
I was like, I could have saved you. And it was weird though, because it was almost stuck in there. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've not. And I've worked with a lot of iris and other flowers. I've never seen a bee get stuck in one.
Or I guess it was a crocus. Anyway.
Especially a bumblebee. They're pretty good. They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
And if anything is like sticky to them, they just go.
Yeah. I don't understand. But I am seeing a bunch more flowers in my community, and I have been seeing a lot of bumblebees, and not just like the regular bumblebees, but you know those like loony sized bumblebees?
Yep.
Like the big ones.
Yep.
I've
the big
seen
sassy ones
the
that are like
big sassy ones. And it just makes me want to put out more flowers in my garden, which, by the way, update from our big landscaping adventure. We have removed the fire pit.
Okay.
And here's a hot tip. If you moved into a place and you are re-landscaping, don't do what Brad did and say, we should just give all of this away for free. Because we had slate stone, and it was sort of like the walking path that I was telling you about. Heavy stuff. You were totally right. All of the sand was like that concrete sand. So we ended up like separating that. And then we put all of the rock that was underneath, or most of the rock. And we sold that on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody actually came with pots to pick it up.
Okay.
So we got $25 from that. And then all of the slate stone, we sold it it was about 300 square feet worth. And we sold it for $100. And somebody said you could have sold it for $500. I was like, no.
I'd have to see the
I got like, I kid you not, Colin, like 30 people reached out instantly for this rock. They were like, this is expensive rock. What, you're only selling it for $100? And Brad was like, we should give it all away for free. And I was like, do you know how much gardening costs? No.
Yeah. And here's the thing, right? It's always that cusp where somebody's like, you could have charged 500. Likely you could have, but likely you might also still be sitting on it.
Maybe.
Do you want it to move, or do you want the money?
That's a very valid point, actually. You know what we should have done? We should have said, when we got 30 people going in, we should have deleted the ad, put it back up for like 200 and just seen what happens.
Did you keep any of it?
I did, yes.
Good.
Yeah, we kept, so we still have quite a bit of it in like pathways.
Yep.
And then when we were going through, we decided to keep ones that look like they were in funny shapes. So we currently have one that looks like a pizza. And I don't know what we're going to do with it.
So what we used to do, and it was kind of fun, and we'd have hammer and chisels, and we would take all of the rough, jagged edges and smooth them all out into their natural round shapes and clean them up.
That's a lot of work, Colin.
It's a lot of work, but oh my God, the difference.
Yeah. It's funny how when you look at a project and you're like, well, this isn't going to be too bad. Let's just do this ourselves, right? And then Brad and I are out there with the shovels, and we're like, I'm not working out in my house. I'm working out in my garden.
Best way to do it.
It's activating everything in my body. I'm crouching down. I'm doing like weight training, all of the things to go and move these stones. And now we're at a point where we can actually start to cut the new bed. So now we're kind of playing around with curves and everything. Yep. And now Brad's family's coming into town this weekend. And I said, well, do you think your dad might want to help you build some planters? And he's like, oh, that would be such a great bonding activity. I'm like, yes, I would.
Bonding, that's
Please
right.
do it.
Yep.
So anyway, we're about to get some new planters this weekend.
So something else you can do if you want to play with curves.
Yep.
And if you have an idea, but you're not entirely sure.
Yeah.
get a couple of different colors of cans of marking spray paint.
How do you clean it off?
As the grass grows, just cut it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But what, you know me, I'd be like, I don't like this line.
Well, that's why you buy different colors.
Okay. I'd need like 10 different colors.
Okay.
I am that person. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I have like decision paralysis.
Fair.
And this is why me and Brad work so well together, because Brad would be happy living on butter chicken for the rest of his life. I need so much variety, but I can't choose what I want.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're balanced by somebody who can make the executive decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to be doing that coming up.
The only thing is then you have to go with the executive decision though, because
and be happy with it.
Jenny can do that where she's like, I don't know, you pick, and I pick, and she goes, nah. And I'm like,
you know what though? It's all going to pay off, because once we get this all done, then it's going to be the same every year, and it's going to make our lives so much easier.
It won't be the same every year. It'll get better every year.
Oh, ooh.
The plants will grow and they'll put out more flowers. But we'll have a good foundation. Oh,
like less decisions for me to make.
That's 100%. Yeah, your only decisions will be: do I want to leave the flowers in the garden, or do I want a cut flower bouquet in my house? Too many people don't do that. I've never understood it.
You know, I was out driving to Bragg Creek the other day, and I saw so many people have flower farms, and like they just put together bouquets from their yard. And you just go in there and buy it, like $5.
Yeah, I wouldn't cut out every flower because pollinators, and we want our gardens to be beautiful. But every year I cut flowers and bring them in for Jenny and do bouquets and stuff every year.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's funny, Brad's mom likes to enjoy her flowers outside. And I said, have you ever thought about bringing them inside? And she's like, what?
we don't make the associate. No! Jenny last year did, I can't remember, it was for a sister. Can't remember what it was for. It was for my sister-in-law, Trish. And Jenny was giving her something, and she went out with her little snips.
Yeah.
And she made a little bouquet of all of the flowers. Her sister loved it.
That's actually a goal of mine, is to create a garden where I can do that for people, like my neighbor.
Yep.
Just put them together. It's personal
sweet.
to you.
It's sweet. You're like, oh, wow, this person cut their flowers and they're thinking of me.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So anyway, that's the update from my yard. Lots of work to be done, but thankfully the season's just kind of started.
You've got all season to plant. Mm-hmm. You can plant perennials as long as you're not planting in snow, but you can plant perennials in September and October.
Yeah.
So you got
it's the vegetables that you have to start right now.
And annuals. You want to get the full bang for their buck. Oh, you should totally put in some of those new sedums we got from Ecologic.
Ooh, what are they?
Oh,
do you know what they're called?
Great. You're going to pump me on the test. They just came in. We have Purple Ice, Purple Frost, Lime Twist, Lime Light.
Yeah.
Blood Good, and Purple Pancake. Pink Pancake. Pancake Pink. It's something
Why
pancake.
Why is pancake in the name of any of them?
Pancake is definitely.
That's awesome. Name.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
The Purple Frost, I think it is. Purple Frost or Purple Ice is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell you something that I found the other day? A foliage planter. And it's got coleus in it. So
nice.
2 different types of coleus. So you got a couple
I know
of
what you're saying.
And then they've got something, I don't know, something was dangling over the side. And then they had this sort of like firecracker grass that went up as like the thriller.
I'd guess if I had something spilling out the side on a foliage, it would be ivy.
Well, maybe.
Customer who did this years ago, if you're ever looking for an idea to fill a corner and you've got some shade and whatnot, she took 3 pots. The biggest one was maybe 20 inches. And then smaller, and she did a pyramid.
Yeah.
Filled them with soil. And then she planted on the top one 3 ivy. And then on the next one, all around the base ivy. And then on the bottom one, by midsummer, you couldn't see the pots. It was just a pyramid of ivy.
Oh, that's cool.
It was phenomenal. 10 out of 10.
Oh, we should do a planter episode.
Yeah.
Just, inspiration for different types of, we should do planter roulette. We pick like 3 different plants and then we have to make it go.
And we have to, done.
I love
Challenge
that.
accepted.
Yeah, I like that. I also found out something that was just happening. So if you're in Courtenay, BC or somewhere nearby, which, do you know where Courtenay, BC is?
Nope. Every guess when somebody asks me of a town I've never heard of in BC, I'm like, oh, just outside of Vancouver.
It is just outside Vancouver. It's on Vancouver Island.
That's the win.
That's so funny.
All you have to say because Vancouver's got...
Oh my goodness. So it's near Denman Island. So it's kind of north of Parksville.
Okay. Do you know where Parksville is? Just outside of Vancouver.
Stop. Okay. So Courtney has what's called the Mile of Flowers. Essentially, hundreds of volunteers will gather and they plant miles of blooms along the city's main boulevards in just 2 hours. So it's kind of like that marigolds on Main that you were talking about on the East Coast, but they do it on the West Coast too in Courtney.
Go time.
Isn't that so lovely?
Love it. I've never heard anybody look at a swath of wildflowers and growth. You don't see people on Nose Hill being like, gross. Can they come up and cut it? we do things like that when Harry, Jenny, and I went to Cathedral Grove.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Cathedral Grove?
I love Cathedral Grove.
So we were walking through Cathedral Grove and we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then we decided to troll people. So when we walked by, we'd pull our phones out and be like, this place sucks. You can't get Wi-Fi. Like,
you did not.
Like, would it kill them to put asphalt down?
Here, will you sign my petition for a parking lot?
We actually got some people who did.
Yeah, I would have. And then I probably would have talked about you for the rest of the day.
We were like deliberately acting like disgusted at the fact that like it didn't have asphalt or Wi-Fi. Yeah, we amused the hell out of ourselves.
I can't believe that.
And it's like the two things we don't want to. I want it natural. I don't want Wi-Fi. But
you find like the best ways to troll people though.
It's just funny.
Like if you ever ask Colin to take a picture of you, there's going to be 10 pictures of himself. And then maybe like 3 of you.
Yeah. Got to take the selfie.
Yeah. I feel like I need to incorporate some more flowers in my yard as like repentance for the bee death. Because I don't think that bee was hibernating.
It might have been old. It might have been tired. Sometimes bees do go to flowers and they just curl up and die in them.
Oh.
Okay, so it might have been on its way out. Oh, maybe it just needed a little drink of sugar water. And Brad was like, not on my watch. Freeloader.
I didn't know the Grinch was living at my house.
You get flowers and you get the hell out.
Freeloader.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the Helpful Gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!